Now, this isn't a good week for me, for Lexus, to be test driving this 2020 GX 460. I'll admit, normally I would make excuses, forgive it, its shortcomings, talk about its roots, what it actually is, what it can do, this and that, but I can't do it this time. I just can't do it. I happen to have driven only a couple days ago a 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe, and yes, I know there won't be any real cross-shopping between the two vehicles. Lexus being a luxury brand, blah, 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 and Chevrolet being your mainstream, whatever. But it's the pricing. What Lexus wants for this truck blows my mind. In Canada, it starts at $75,950. $75,950. That's about 20 grand more than a base Chevy Tahoe in Canada. In the US, base price is $53,000. But the big difference is that, well, our models are nearly completely, almost fully equipped. $76,000 right there staring back at you, kind of. You do get a fair amount of stuff. It's loaded. I mean, you got leather, power seats, seat position memories. The front seats are cooled and heated. The rear seats are heated. You get navigation, you get satellite radio, big audio, blah, blah, blah. $76,000. Possibly noticed that I didn't mention Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Well, that's because that's right. And my tester happens to have the executive package. That includes the 19-inch wheels, which kind of look piddly and small and out of place almost on this thing. Crawl control and multi-terrain select, which is great, which would tie into what I would normally say to explain or forgive, again, what this truck is. But how many owners would actually use that kind of stuff and take this thing off-roading where that type of equipment would actually come in handy? It's got a cooled center console box, rear entertainment system, $81,950. 82 grand right there. My tested 2021 Tahoe Z71 with about 95% of the equipment of this truck, but a lot more tech and modern features, and this is a better overall truck in my opinion. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's breaking my heart. It was about $78,000. There's just no comparison. And anyway, let's do the usual tour. Oh yeah, like you see, this I would have said, oh, it's such a cool feature. Look at that, a pop-up glass. That's so cool. But then the Tahoe has that too. So no, nobody's gonna cross-shop them. I know. I love this back door setup, but it's terrible when you're in your garage or in a Costco parking lot. Oops, the carpet moved. Lexus says there's like 1,300 liters or 45 and change cubic feet of storage capacity here. I don't see it unless you go all the way to the ceiling. No, there is no storage. Under the floor, differential, fuel tank, suspension, all of that. This is a 7-seater, 3 rows, by the way. And I did try the third row, and at 5'10", I fit just if the seat is slid all the way forward. Now it's slid all the way back. Kids are very happy to have plenty of room. There's your rear entertainment system, which, I mean, in the Tahoe, they have like 12.6-inch screens compared to these, 7 and change maybe. Visibility is nice because this is a box on wheels, give or take. Look, it is a Lexus, so yes, fit, finish, materials, touchy-feely surfaces, controls, everything is top-notch. This is obviously much more grand, if you will, than what you find in a Tahoe. But remember, this is $82,000, right? Your little display there has everything you need to show. There's your standard screen, and once it loads up, it's about average speed-wise. This has graphics that you had in Toyotas 5 years ago and in other Lexus products like a decade ago. Everything works, it's fine, but it's so old. Storage is good. See, again, like the materials, the textures. Visibility is pretty good. I mean, you're sitting in a square box. This can actually be worked because of the high driving position. Storage, I was saying, kind of good. Door bins are good. The middle is decent. This is your cooled box, which takes away, but you can actually double as, for normal storage. Split folding armrest, which is kind of cool. And I mean, this is what the GX is, right? There's your crawl control. There's your 4x4 low. This is for your damper settings, normal, sport, control, whatever. Your ride height for the rear air suspension. This is a truck. This is a real truck, but there's your age. Quartz display. It's funny, but it's not funny. But fit and finish is lovely looking. There's no visible gap. Everything is beautifully crafted, beautifully assembled, but sell it in Canada for the US price, and then maybe you have something that's justifiable. I don't know. And well, this view does not get any easier to digest. I think I had an easier time dealing with the front end on the Lexus LX 570 I drove earlier this year. And sadly, well, it doesn't get that much better for the drive. So let's do that. Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, driving the Lexus GX 460 is, I mean, right now I'm doing probably more off-road things than the vast majority of owners ever will. And it's kind of unfortunate because this thing is unbelievably capable. Yes, and I'm just in some random lot with garbage all over the place. Anyway, I mean, look, this is a big old school body on frame construction. It's got the 4.6 liter V8, which puts out 301 horsepower, 323 pound-feet of torque, which for a 5,200 pound truck is okay. The transmission is a 6-speed. You're gonna go back down your own. Here, let me help you out there. 6-speed transmission, automatic. I mean, everything works just fine. I really feel like I'm bashing a poor, innocent truck that does not deserve to be so beaten on, because it's such a good truck. It's just too expensive. Anyhow, I digress there for a while. So yeah, acceleration is not iffy, but you gotta stand with both feet on the accelerator pedal to get the transmission to actually downshift. You have to get on the brake pedal with both feet, which is an old Toyota problem. In the past, I've driven a bunch of Toyotas, so many Toyotas, where the brake pedal is actually very mushy and responses. It's a little bit slow. Pedal travel is really, really long, and that's all here now. And it's become unacceptable, period. Still remains quiet in here enough, but fuel economy is going to be catastrophic with this thing, especially if you want to drive with, if you want to feel something as you're driving. Look, it's this is depressing almost, my review. See, the things you come to expect in 2020, 2021 essentially is that your 8-inch screen will give you Apple CarPlay when you plug it in, or you'll have a wireless charger, or when you put your blinkers on, they'll flick 3 times. And if they don't, it's because someone deprogrammed it before you actually picked it up. But you don't get that in this thing, unless I missed it in the menu, but I don't think so. I can't even, it's a lovely truck, circa 2015. But going into 2021 unchanged, and Lexus asking a few $100 more, I mean, the list of options for this price is huge. And starts with, I don't know, the Audi Q7. If you don't need 3 rows, BMW X5. I mean, shoot, if you want to spend less and get still more, an Acura MDX, fine, this thing will blow them literally out of the water if you want to go, you know, seriously off-roading. There's a river to cross, but I'm sorry, I feel terrible. I think I'm gonna go punish myself with like a bag of chips or something. I mean, my heart is broken. I love this truck. I always have loved this truck, but it is absolutely, completely irrelevant. Look, another example. Sure, it's got a heated steering wheel, standard, but this is cold, the wood, the leather is warm. I had a Chrysler 300 recently, and the wood portion of the steering wheel was also heated. Comparisons like this shouldn't be that easy to make for a Lexus, and at this price point. And you buy it for nostalgia purposes. I don't know. The list could still go on. I mean, GLE again. And anyhow, that's it. I'll stop bashing on this thing because I'm going to start crying soon. Anyway, that's it.